Good morning, my friends. It is Friday, September 6th. I am ready to go. I'm ready for a busy work day. I'm ready for a busy school day. I'm ready for the live show later with the snapshot course. If you're in the high-level world, I'm ready to talk to you about what's been going on in the week that's good, what good things are coming up this weekend, and legacy. The whole point of this show, we're going to be spending a little bit of time talking about what it's like to build a legacy. That's been on my mind lately. Hopefully this in your chat with you in about 4 minutes. Look at this. Look at that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that for my old school 80 rap fans. Hey, hopefully you have something warm and tasty in front of you. Coffee cup is full, heart is full, and I'm looking forward to the next 3 or 4 days. I really am. As always, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Brian, man, I thought that was a foreign language there for a second, but then I see you got creative and you went, upside down and backwards on me. Way to be creative, Brian. Which Brian is this again? Remind me. I forget. I'm sure you told me before. You're watching on YouTube. I can tell that. But if you're watching on, where are we right now? I'm getting a little bit better um, on this every time. We are YouTube, Facebook, 3 different places, Twitch, Instagram. Michael joined us. Michael Luigi Pacito. Such a beautiful name, dude. I should have told you that in person. I'll see you on camera later today. I can tell you again. Pacito. I think it's Pacito, right? It's not Pacito. It looks like a fancy name, Pacito. Anyways, my friends, happy Friday. Goodness gracious, Friday, September 6th. My name is Patrick Almond, and this is my show, and you're in my world. You're in my world now. You know what? You want a show? You go your own show. You do your own world. You're in my world. This is the Stop Doing Nothing show. Like I said, my name is Patrick Almond. We are running on Central Time, up near Tulsa, Brian. Thanks, Brian. Um, Rockstar Energy. We got to get that on camera for sure. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, we're live here in Oklahoma City, and I do this show 3 times a week, 9 a.m. Central. I have been very consistent. I'm very proud of myself. I think I deserve, what do I deserve? I think I deserve my own round of applause. For a while, I've been, doing live streams on and off. In this latest bout, I think I'm going on like 4 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks, maybe even 8 weeks. I don't know. Either way, it's actually one of the better parts of my day and one of the better parts of my week. And real quick shout out to myself. We run Stop Doing Nothing Media here, a local lead generation, goodness gracious, we have clients all over the world, but I run a lead generation marketing automation agency. And what that means is I've got a kick-ass tool that basically consolidates some of the best tools on the internet to do some really cool things with marketing automation, with lead generation. Basically, this tool of ours just puts like 5 people in your business 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're going to have an AI person. You're going to have a social media poster. You're going to have a funnel builder. You're going to have a marketing automation person. We have this amazing tool that just works for you 24/7 to run ads and to build businesses. And I'm so happy I found this tool and the community with this tool. And it's what we teach on now. It's what we consult on. We'll fly to your office. We'll implement this tool over a couple of weeks. We'll do it here. We'll do it remotely. We'll do it any way we can. But I'm very passionate about this tool, and I love this tool, and I love rolling out, and I love talking about it. And sometimes we talk about it, and sometimes we talk about the news, and sometimes we talk about politics or whatever is on our mind. But today is Friday, September 6th. For those of you that love your Fridays, congratulations. You made it. Okay. For those of you like me too, where Friday is just another freaking day of the week, and you're just happy to be alive again, then fist bump to all of my 7-day-a-week workers, where you wake up Sunday morning and you're like, I can't, is it Tuesday? I just don't know. Have you ever done that? Have you ever worked so much like you wake up on a particular day and you really have no idea what day it is? I Sometimes those days are scary. Sometimes those days are cool. I have woken up in different cities before and not know what city I am. And I have, hey, Mark, always good to have Mark on here. Good, Mark. Mark, always good to have Mark. Is even a show without Mark? That's the big question. Like, is even a show without Mark, right? But I have woken up. There have been times where I have, when I was traveling on business a lot, where I've woken up and not known what city I am. And I wonder if I have a skill, and I'm not quite sure where I got the skill. And maybe it's just a skill of travelers. Or maybe I think I'm special and I'm not special. But I have the skill of, even if I don't know what hotel I'm in or the layout of the room, I still know how to wake up in the morning, not stub my toe, generally find the bathroom, or in the middle of the night, find the bathroom, make my way back to bed with fairly little damage to my body. So I have no idea if I'm in a Holiday Inn or a Radisson Inn or a Hilton or a Sheraton. Somehow the body knows where to go to the restroom in the middle of the night. So it's one of my few skills I'm going to take. That's going to be part of my legacy. That's what my daughter's going to say after I die is, my dad was really good at getting up in the middle of the night and going to the bathroom and not stubbing his toe. Okay. Oh my goodness. What has this week been like here? The week has been, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Recently, business has been very good. A lot of people reaching out for consulting help, wanting to partner up with me. I've got a partner who we're still in discussion, but they actually want to partner up with me because of the live stream, because they want me to be like the face of the partnership. They're more of a behind the scenes kind of person. And after watching my live streams and whatnot, they're like, you could be a really good face of a new partnership. And they don't want to be on camera. And I'm like, bring it on. You know me. I love the camera. I love the mic. I love the camera. I love the mic. If you haven't done so, please make sure that you share the show, whether or not you're on YouTube, whether or not you're on Twitch, no matter where you are, make sure you share the show. And let me pull up my agenda here. I'm over here looking on the screen, looking for my show notes. And I'm like, oh, goodness gracious, my show notes are right down here in front of me. Yes, I love you. Used to happen, used to happen all the time. My Garmin watch now keeps me in check. Gotcha. Does the Garmin watch keep you in check about what time it is or where you're located? Or what is that? How does that help me out, Mark? I don't even know what I was saying 5 minutes ago. How does the Garmin watch help keep you in check? Of course, Michael, man, I love you. We're going to hang out later. This is like one of my 2 times to be on camera today. I'm pretty stoked. Let me see what has gone in my week that's been pretty good. Oh, like I said, business has been very good. I've gotten some new leads. Something happened yesterday, which I thought was really cool. What day it is? Oh, thank you, Mark. That's what I was talking about. What day it is? Did my watch tell me? Yeah, there it is, in little tiny letters at the top of the Apple Watch. I can barely see it. I have to really stretch my eyes there. It's Friday. It's the 6th, right? Friday the 6th, 71 degrees. Oh, yes, please keep cooling off. I was out walking this morning and it was 68 degrees and it felt amazing. I was still sweating, but it was still amazing. I used to brag that I really liked the heat, and anything less than 80 was too warm for me. I thought, oh, I'm a big badass Southern California guy. Anything less than 80 is too cold for me. No, right now I'm looking for like 60s. Like I want to go out for my morning walk at 5 o'clock in the morning and it be in the 60s. That's what I'm aiming for. That is really what I'm aiming for these days. Let me see there was something on my mind. Oh, this happened yesterday, which I thought was really cool. And some of you that follow me in the chat here, know what happened here. So so you think being a tech guy, or what I consider myself a super nerd. Okay. There's regular nerds, and I consider myself somewhere between like regular nerds and mega nerds. I'm like a super nerd. Okay. And over the years, my nerdiness has gone down just because I don't have the interest in that being that much of a nerd anymore. And so, as you know, like a big thing in the marketing world, like because marketers are the first to adopt just about any technology, that and the other industry that begins with a P and ends with an ORN. Those are the 2 industries to really adopt technology really fast and try to figure out ways to make money using technology, whether it's video technology or streaming technology or marketing technology or spamming technology. Those 2 industries, the marketing industry to help market their clients, and the other industry I mentioned, the entertainment industry, let's call it, are always the early adopters. So marketers, we get a hold of a new piece of technology like AI. We get a hold of a new piece of technology like AI or social media or QR codes, and we just beat that horse to death. We ruin everything. Marketers are great at ruining everything. So recently, the big trend has been obviously to AI, and I haven't jumped on board. I haven't drank that Kool-Aid that fast because it's Ahmed. Is it Ahmed or Ahmed? Let me know if it's just the straight AH or if it's AH with the in there, sir. I want to make sure I respect your name. But thank you. I very much appreciate the comment there. So I have to admit with AI, I still don't believe it's A or I. Okay. It's not artificial because we have to feed it information, and it's not intelligent. It's just really good computer programming. For those of you that have a software development background, like me, you know that really good computer programming can be made to simulate human beings. And so I haven't been, really interested in jumping on the bandwagon because I just know it's just really good computer programming. Recently I'm learning more, and I've also only seen it used certain ways, and I didn't think, like content generation ways. That's ways I've seen social media used a lot recently, and I just wasn't terribly impressed. I mean, yeah, I can use it to generate a blog post or use it to spin headlines for testing, but that stuff, I've been doing for years. That doesn't require a lot of creative programming. But recently, I've seen something that's kind of changing my mind just a little bit, just cracking the ice just a little bit, and that's the idea of using AI in conversations. Now, mainly in my world, it's appointment setting, but using AI in conversations to help people determine problems and figure out what things they need are things I think I'm really starting to warm up to. And uh, it's interesting because I was actually asked to give an AI presentation here, I think, towards the end of October, remotely for an event. And I said yes. And basically, I'm using this time to learn about AI and what I'm going to present and how it can be used effectively in business. And yesterday, I got so happy on some AI that happened in my setup that I had forgotten I had completely turned on. And this is partially me just being happy about this, but also if you're watching this and you're someone who needs more appointments in your business, or you know someone who needs more appointments in your business, we're talking roofers, plumbers, electricians, please share this information with them because I think AI has a place and a time and a place. And I'm going to use it sparingly, like some of those seasonings we have in the kitchen, like the sea salt, like I have a really hot spice Oklahoma chili seasoning of some sort. We have to use those sparingly. So yesterday it was actually on a call with Michael Luigi Pacino here, and he already knows about this, and I had somebody texting into my business wanting some more information, and I could see my phone blowing up a little bit. The text messages don't come directly on my phone; they come into my Playmakers platform, and I get they were happening pretty fast. And so, no disrespect to Michael, but I was like, once your CRM starts blowing up with a prospect, and he and I are on a streaming thing, talking, planning for the thing that's coming up. I'll talk about here in a second. I was starting to get a little bit anxious, I have to admit. And so we get off. We have a great planning session for today. Yesterday, we had the great planning session for today. I get off and I go check, and what happened is I had forgotten that I had turned AI on. And I had trained AI like last week or this week. I had trained a bot I have in my platform, which I can roll out to your business. I forgot I had trained it on appointment setting, and I had been playing with it and turning it on and turning it off and turning it on. I guess I had turned it on and totally forgotten about it. So a prospect of mine who is I think he's in San Diego. We've been talking on and off, and we decided like 2 weeks ago that we're an okay fit. No, that's not what it was. That's a different prospect. This somebody who wants a partnership with me. We were talking about a couple of weeks ago, and he was interviewing people for this partnership. And he was still in my CRM, but he was going to go through the interview process, and we thought we were a good fit. But I hadn't heard from him for 2 weeks, and that's the guy that was texting me. And so I get off video with Michael here, and I go over to my CRM and look, and my CRM had basically booked or was in the process of booking an appointment with this guy. And the way this tool works, for those of you that want more information about it, you can obviously text the number on the screen when it comes across. Are my slides in rotation? Yeah, my slides are in rotation. So text the number across the screen when it comes across if you want some more information on how we can put this in your business. But basically what happens is I have it set up to be connected to a business calendar I have. That business calendar is also connected to my Google Calendar. And in that business calendar, I have put some rules on there. It says I want appointments these days between these times. I want gaps between these appointments, and I want this much pre-time before an appointment and this much post-time after an appointment. Because I want to make sure that I've never wanted to be the person who has my calendar fully available. And if you're somebody who books appointments, you don't want this either. Don't make yourself 100% available. It's not because of ego, it's because you've got other shit to do, okay? So I set up all these business rules. And so I flip over the window after I'm on live with Michael, and this thing has basically gone through all the steps that I would have gone through as a human being to book this appointment for me. It's the first time I've seen it in my world for my business happening live. And all I did was I just kind of sat back, and it was like 3/4 of the way through the process. I just sat back and I watched it finish. And potential partner out in Southern California was conversing with my AI, setting an appointment on my calendar for Monday, September 9th. And had the biggest shit-eating grin smile on my face because this is the first time I had seen in my business how I could take advantage of this and how this could make me productive. This thing was booking an appointment for me while I was busy doing something else. And it was having the exact same conversation I would have been having with the person myself. So earlier when I said that our tool, the Playmakers platform, which is a white level version of High Level, where it can basically like add 24/7 staff into your business, I'm not joking. And I've used the tool for a while. I'm very aware of capabilities, but adding the AI factor in to where it's actually having a conversation with someone, figuring out what they want, and saying, "Oh, yeah, I have," pretending to be me. I have time I have time on September 9th, 10, 11 o'clock, 12. When do you want to talk? And the person said, "Oh, 9 a.m." And said, "Oh, so you want to do, no, 9 a.m. It was 1 p.m. 1 p.m. 1 p.m. Are you sure?" "Yes, I'm sure." Boom, booked. He gets an email, he gets a text, I get an email, I get a text. So that was something I wanted to share with you, especially for those of you who want to and who are maybe small to medium sized businesses and you need more appointments and you're not really sure how to get started in AI or started using technology to help your business. Man, this is one way that I can immediately implement an improvement in your business by using AI to help you book more appointments. My warm little cup of happiness. Okay, Michael, I know why you're here. Let's not lie. Let's not lie while Michael's here. He's not here because of my good looks. He's not here because I smell good. Michael's here for a purpose, okay? Michael and I are part of a group of people that he has put together for something called Snapshot Wars, which is he's going to be putting on today at 12:30 Central. I've put some links right there in the chat. You can watch it on Facebook. You can watch it on YouTube. Michael, please chime in with comments as I'm chatting here. Did I not? Oh, okay. I'll make sure everything's going good. So what this is he had this idea a while back of, in our world of High Level, or as I call it, my Playmakers platform, in our world, who are the people that are really good at building things under pressure? Or who are people who are really good at building things matching to customer specs when given like a spec document? And he came up with the idea and we messaged about it and he put together this guy. Michael, you are amazing how much work you put into this. He's basically put in all kinds of work to plan out an event, and our first session is today at 12:30 Central. I put the information in the chat right there. So if you are in the High Level world, or if you're even in the marketing automation world, you don't even have to use High Level, okay? I don't care. If you are anywhere in the marketing world, the funnel building world, the business process building world, the world of using tools to make your life better, and you want to see how real people act under pressure, then you want to tune into this today. It's going to be 12:30 Central. You can watch it live. I believe he's streaming on Facebook, but I know he's streaming on YouTube, and I put all the links right there. And this is kind of cool. This is cool for a few reasons, and I want to share some of those with you. One, it's just cool for us nerds to be able to compete on our topic, okay? Nerds, we don't go out in football fields and run 100 yards. We don't do sprints. We don't do all kinds of physical things as nerds to compete against each other, okay? We play chess, we stack cups, we play tiddlywinks, we run around with our phones collecting virtual Pokemon cards. We don't get a lot, but when we do, we are good and we love it and we will make your life better. Computer geeks and nerds and people in marketing will do amazing, amazing things for your business. So that's one reason right there. But number two is oftentimes in the world of marketing, people online are kind of braggadocious, and I've been guilty of this too. I like to sometimes think that my skills are better than they are. Okay, that's one way I'll put it right there. And so what's going to be really cool is we're going to be able to watch people live build high-level automation snapshots, okay? So what this is Michael has this amazing video set up where the people that are gonna be building this live, so he's come up with a snapshot idea, and I'm gonna tell you what it is here in just a second. I'm gonna reveal what the puzzle is. Psych, not gonna happen. But I've seen what, I've seen what the puzzle is. I've seen what the challenge is. And we're gonna reveal that to them, I believe, on the live stream, and then Michael's gonna have all of their screens shared to his area along with some judges. So I believe we have 3 people competing and like 3 judges, and he's gonna be the MC and one of the judges, and we're gonna watch these people build this live and make commentary on this, but also time them. Number 1, time them, and number 2, we have a scorecard, which I have to Michael, I've been pimping you out, man, and you haven't been here. I've been just talking about you, and you haven't been here. Oh, goodness, I'm going to go back and erase that part of the video. I'm just kidding. Snapshotwars.com. So it's either snapshotwars.com or snapshotwars.com/home is the website. Thank you. I'm sorry I didn't put that in the chat. But if you scroll up a little bit from where Michael put his comment right there on the screen, I also have the direct links to where we're going to be doing it live on YouTube and live on Facebook. And by we, I mean he. This guy is coordinating everything and managing the live stream and puts all the technology together. All I'm going to be doing is sitting right here at this camera with this microphone. We need another judge. Oh, bring it. If you can wrestle me to the ground and pin me down, you can replace me. But Michael, do we seriously need another judge? Let me know, man, because I'll find out. I'll find some people. So at 12:30 U.S. Central Time, he's going to be starting a live stream on this, and we're just going to be watching it. And so I want you to come and watch live. This is my formal invite from me to you to come watch Michael and I. And oh goodness gracious, who are our other judges? Rob Bailey is another judge, and then the lady judge. Someone help me out with her name. I can't think of her name right now. Oh my goodness, this should have been in my notes right here. But we're all going to be doing this, watching what is now our 3 competitors. It was 4. Someone had to drop out. I think due to a car accident. Rebecca Callis, thank you. Rebecca Callis. Someone had to drop out due to a car accident, and we all can maybe say just a kind of a quick internal prayer that person is physically okay and mentally okay and that their family is okay. But we had a competitor have to drop out because of a car accident. And so I think we're going to have 3 competitors last time I heard. But there's like I said, there is the information on the screen from Michael of the website where you can watch. I will share here. I will share the direct links to Facebook and YouTube again right there. So Rob, Rebecca, Michael, and Patrick are going to be the judges, and we're going to basically judge people building marketing automation stuff. And so you're going to see who's the fastest. You're going to see who has the skills. You're going to kind of see the mindset of this as they build this out. And so I would encourage you to very much show up live. After this show, I've got to step away something for a few hours, but we'll be back here live at 12:30, and I'm stoked. I am stoked. Yesterday, like I said, with Michael, we were working through some issues with his live stream setup, but he's an OBS man, and he's got his OBS scenes going. I'm sure, right after he's probably right in another window while he's watching me right now, he's working on the assets for this. I went over to YouTube and checked earlier, and there's a countdown timer going up on YouTube. But it's going to be interesting is the word. And I have to admit, my excitement is somewhat muted. It shouldn't be. But just seeing only about 20 tabs open right now. Yeah. Just being able to see people build things live is going to be interesting, because in the world of marketing automation, we tend to live in silos, okay? We tend to keep our heads down. We work on our own thing. We don't very often get to see people build other stuff. We see the end results, but we don't see them get to build other stuff. And when Michael came up with this idea, it very much reminded me of, there's a guy who has a huge following on YouTube who does commentary on people who are playing Age of Empires, okay? And Age of Empires, real quick summary, is a game which just will not go away. It's so freaking awesome. It will not go away. But basically, people will start with nothing and they build these cities. And he's making commentary because he has like this overview where he can see like all the players and he's hopping in between their cities making commentary. That reminded me, once he came up with this idea, I immediately thought of that. We're going to be making commentary while people are building their little virtual world live for marketing automation. And we're going to see who's the fastest, who thinks through their processes, what they're thinking as they do it. And then when they're done, Michael's going to make them put their pencils down, put their virtual pencils down, and we will go through all of their work and double check it for accuracy, make sure that it actually functions as it should. And so that's what's going on this afternoon. So if you are anywhere near the world of marketing, or you want to know more about High Level or the people in it, visit this website right here on the screen. This is always fun, me trying to work my finger backwards here. So Michael Luigi Pacitto, snapshotwars.com, or like I said, snapshotwars.com, depending on where your sense of humor lies. And yeah, 12:30. I'll be right here. Somebody up here was talking about they like my live stream setup. That was Ahmed. Yeah, Ahmed, if you like the live stream setup, man, come back at 12:30 U.S. Central. I don't know where you're watching, but it may be, maybe midnight your time. But whatever it is, we're going to be hanging out here. So I get to be on 2 live streams in a day. That's pretty good. My ego is so happy. But again, please go to this website on your screen right now, bookmark that, and make sure you come back at 12:30 Central. Too bad we don't have like a, anyway, put it on your calendar. That's what I was thinking of. Put it on your calendar also. And Michael, do we know when the next one's going to be? I can't remember if we talked about that yesterday. Do we have the date for the next one? Because we might as well get ahead of ourselves and get people prepped for the next one too. What's Mark saying? Can't wait to see the different methods used. GHL is like Excel. There are 100 different ways to use the same thing. Exactly, Mark. And the way I look at it is it's just like a big giant puzzle piece. So every 2 weeks is what we're aiming for. But yeah, what Mark said right there is very true. There's no right or wrong way to do something inside a High Level as long as you get the job done. But High Level gives us this basically, this is how I see it, is you remember when you were a kid and the family would go to the dining room table and you have one of those boxes of one of those like 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 puzzle pieces, and they're just dumps, and the box people are like, here's your puzzle, put it together. And everyone has to scramble to put it together. Now, I just realized the analogy is not the best because there is only one right way to put together a puzzle. But what Mark and I are saying here is there are just so many ways to do things inside of High Level, and it's always good to step outside of your own world and learn how other people are doing it. I've been doing marketing automation for a couple of decades. I cut my chops back on an early version of Infusionsoft before they even had like a drag and drop, before any of these companies had a drag and drop workflow builder. Infusionsoft had this line-based workflow builder. So I became a Infusionsoft certified admin, made good money, met lots of great people doing that, built a huge network. And then from there, I've gone through all kinds of tools. And marketing automation has always worked very well with my brain because I've been programming. I keep saying 16. I swear it was earlier than that. I swear I lived up in the Pacific Northwest, and a family buddy had, I think it was Pacific Northwest, and a family buddy had like a TRS-80 Model 1, Radio Shack TRS-80 Model 1. And they had a basic programming book, and I would just sit there and write stuff in BASIC and save it to a cassette tape. And then, we got fancy with hard drives. We got fancy with floppy disks. Yeah, it's amazing how fast technology moves because I'm not ancient. I'm not an ancient person. I am a mature person for sure, but I am not ancient. But I've been around since we had 5.25-inch floppies, since we had to load and save programs on cassette tapes. I remember my very first hard drive I got from one of my Amiga machines was, goodness gracious, it might have been like a 1 meg hard drive or a 2 meg hard drive. It was abysmally small. And so fast forward, here we are, where we have tools that allow people, you're going to see this today at 12:30, basically build a program from top to bottom for marketing. So what marketing automation is like building a little miniature program that can run 24/7 in your business. So snapshotwars.com. slash home. The link is on your screen, 12:30 U.S. Central. Please make sure you're there. Michael, is there anything else that they need to know? Yeah, Brian, I see your comment. It was a Trash 80. Trash 80 Model 1. I think we went to a Model 3. And I've just over the years, I was kind of really geeking out in that world. And trust me, it's horrible. Imagine this. Imagine a computer, because that's how early computers were, where you turned it off and everything was gone. Okay? If I was to turn off my Mac right now, I wouldn't lose anything. I really wouldn't. Everything saves. The hard drives, I mean, it doesn't matter. I could lose power. I'd be okay. No, back in the day, back in the old school days, where you didn't have a hard drive and persistent memory and stuff like that, you turn a computer off and everything you had done for that day was gone. You had to be saving that stuff to cassette tapes. So that's the world I come from. So we have come so far. So last time, I'll say it here, 12:30 U.S. Central. It sounds like we're going to be doing these every 2 weeks. I definitely will not be a judge every single time. I may be a competitor one of these times, but I've seen the challenge that Michael's thrown together, and it's a good first challenge. And like I said, this is our inaugural episode. So that's right. I'm sorry. That's right. And you'll be ways. So he came up with these ways to bet on who you think the winner is. So if you're a craps playing man like me, 7-11, baby, can be the best numbers, the worst numbers of the world. Let me see here. Oh, my scroll's going to. So you'll be able to bet on who's going to win. Let's get that on the screen here at the broadcast. There'll be a bunch of ways to bet on who you think will win. Dang it, but I can't bet as a judge. Dang it, I wish I would have known that before I agreed to be a judge, man. Whatever. And let me see, what else do we have here going on here? There's some trivia to earn some snap bucks and spend that money on whoever you think will win. I'm telling you, man, Michael went all out on this thing. This guy is busting his butt on this. Snap bucks. There we go. Snapshot bucks right there. And of course, for everyone that participates on the live stream, there will be $100 prize. This guy has got it going on. This is amazing. And all this has happened in I don't even think it's been like 2 weeks. It's been like just barely maybe a week to 10 days since you came up with the concept, and we've been chatting about it. And so if nothing else, make sure you follow Michael, and also make sure you go to that website. And if there's a way to sign up or subscribe, make sure you do on that website, on the Facebook event I shared, and on YouTube, so you get notified about the future ones. So in this day and age, not all of us can make everything live, but there will be recordings there. So I will see you guys all at 12:30 U.S. Central. Now let's talk about the main topic. Now that we're 40 minutes into my yammering, let's talk about the main topic for today, okay? And make sure he's in his comments right there. He is putting all of his social media information. Please make sure you follow him. This guy is just doing some amazing things. I saw a sample of his work yesterday in his video setup, and if you like my video setup, you're gonna love his video setup. Okay, legacy. What can we leave when we go behind? On previous live streams, I have talked about how, probably more often than not these days, or one of my intruding thoughts is the thought of death and finality, and the fact that, life is very, very fleeting around us all of the time. And I remember that when I wake up and I'm like, oh, woo, I made another day. Very cool. And I go out and I walk around my neighborhood thinking, man, I could just keel over at any point in time, and my body would just be laying in the street here until somebody ran over it, or until someone put on the brakes, and that would be it for me. Life is very precious. Life is very fleeting, and they say this is the kind of thing that comes with maturity. As you get older, this is 100% true. This is 100% true. You start thinking about what you want to leave in life, and what you want to be in people's minds. Once you're gone, with your business, with your assets, with your knowledge. And so I'd like your ideas of what you are doing to leave your legacy. And I will share some of mine here. And this is not, I can't share, all kinds of stuff here. But in my business, I was thinking specifically of of how I want to leave things in my business and financially, and attitudes and work. So a lot of us, We do a lot of work every single day. We generate all kinds of cool stuff for clients because I know several of the people that watch here are involved with marketing agencies. But that is not going to leave a lot of legacy. Our marketing automations and our landing pages, those are assets that are fleeting. Those aren't going to be a big legacy. One of the biggest things we can leave as a legacy is, the values that we impress upon people when it does come to our business and when it does come to our work. So I didn't realize this, but several years ago, somebody reached out to me and they were trying to woo me to do something. And they're like, people in this space consider you a thought leader, right? I'm like, no, I didn't know that. I had no idea about that because I wasn't even thinking about that. And they're like, yeah, they really rely on you and trust you for the knowledge you put out. And I was like, oh, well, that's news to me. And so I'm really trying in the business world. So let's talk. I think this show should be specifically about business legacy, and I may have to do a whole episode on this. In the world of business, I want to be known as someone who freely shared information and made people's lives easier and helped them make more money to do more things with their time. Okay? I guess another way of putting that is I just want to be able to be known as the guy who helps people use technology to buy their time back. I truly believe that the marketing work I do in High Level and whatever other tools is a way for people to buy their time back. I heard a great phrase the other day. What was it? It was, me. I've been recently obsessed with Alex Hormozy and this other guy. It's not just Alex Hormozy because he's the current trend, but this is other guy, Alex Hormozy, and this other guy do this podcast. Michael something is what I think his name. And on yesterday on my walk back, one of the shows I was listening to on repeat, they said, what is the point of fuck you money if you don't ever say fuck you? What is the point of fuck you money if you don't ever say fuck you? Meaning if all this work that we're doing to generate money and change lives, what's the point of doing it all if we don't eventually or on occasion take advantage of it ourselves? Okay? What's the point of having fuck you money if you can never just say fuck you and disappear? And they actually talked about an example that they used there. But I want to be able to build people up and myself up to be able to say, fuck you, I'm gone for the day. I'm out this week. I'm going to go on a cruise. My wife loves cruises. So I'm trying to get to the point where we can start doing that more. We've been on 2 or 3 cruises and they were amazing and I want to go on more. But yeah, what's the point of fuck you money if you can't say fuck you? But that's what I want to do for other people also, is I want to be able to free them up with the work that I do. I want to be able to do stuff like the AI stuff I'm doing. I want to be able to have that so they can be out on the golf course and the tools I'm building for them are booking appointments and generating money for them. One of my goals, and I can't remember if I've hit it or not. This is really weird. I think I've hit this goal, but I want to hit it again and be more conscious about it. Is I want to be able to talk to people about the importance of selling their knowledge online and selling their wisdom online. And while I'm on stage talking about it, I want to be able to have one of my courses sold and me get notified real time about it. So I can bring that up as an example and say, hey, this is what I'm talking about. I'm on here stage with you. And while I'm on here, somebody bought my $997 course. Completely irrelevant with immaterial of me being stage or irregardless of me being on stage. Irregardless. It's not irregardless, right? It's regardless. Regardless of me being on stage, I can still make money. And I want this for you. So that's what I want my legacy to be, is to basically show people how to generate, not specifically how to generate money, how to generate freedom. Okay? Money is freedom. Is it freedom? Yeah. Freedom is a byproduct of the money, but the freedom is what we really want. Freedom is not the thing we're aiming for. Well, excuse me, think about money is not the thing we're aiming for. We're aiming for the freedom, okay? Money will just help us get there because money can help us buy time, and money can also put food in somebody else's mouth, okay? I've talked about this, I believe, on the show Wednesday when I was talking about money and wealth, and whoever was watching Wednesday, let me know. I think this was Wednesday. I was talking about how I'm not ashamed to want to make more money. I have no problem with people being millionaires and multimillionaires and billionaires. Okay? Those people have the ultimate freedom. And yeah, I'm a little envious. I'm a little jealous. I would love to be banking away a million a month, a million a week, a million a year. I would love to be doing that, okay? Because then I would just buy more of my time back. There were so many things I would outsource and I would buy with my time. Anyways, my legacy is I want to be able to do that for other people and I want to free up their time. And freeing up their time, them paying me to help free up their time will allow me to free up my time also. So that's one way I want to leave a legacy. Another way I want to leave a legacy is just my attitude, my just DGAF attitude. And if you know what that means, put it in the comments. But my very much DGAF attitude. We are very good at coloring inside the lines of being politically correct, of towing the line on certain things. And again, as I've gotten more mature, I just want a T-shirt that says DGAF. Whether your politics or your religion, I love you, but I don't have to agree with you. And you know what? If this is going to be a deal breaker for us being friends, DGAF. It's been nice knowing you, kind of thing. So I want that to be one of my legacies is just the fact that I just don't care. I want this live stream to be one of my legacies. I'm looking forward to the fact that, in 5 or 10 years or whenever I pass away, people will still be watching me here and taking this knowledge and using it to their benefit and sharing it with their kids. Okay, I want that to be my legacy. I haven't written a book. Can you believe that? You would think by now at my age I would have written 5 or 10 books. I have not written a book. That's really heavy on my mind. I want that to be one of my legacies is printed paper. They keep saying these days that, books are going out of style, books are going out of fashion. But even if that's the case, last time I checked, Barnes & Noble was doing pretty good, and there were plenty of books. But the nice part about a book is it's printed material that will outlast, that will basically last over time and won't disappear like everything on my hard drive. If I've written a really good, 50-page PDF on my hard drive, the day I die, that basically is probably going to disappear unless someone from my family goes through my hard drive and saves that off and prints that off or something. But a book is a physical thing. I mean, if you look behind me, there are plenty of books from plenty of really smart people there, and that is their legacy. I've got the whole, where is it? Is this hand? This hand. So this hand, I've got the whole, goodness gracious, this is always fun, over here. Here's a quiz for you. Can anyone tell me, without zooming in, what series of books are right here? Can anyone tell me? I know someone can tell me. Someone on the stream can tell me. And then we'll talk about that particular author. Mark, what would you write about if you were to start? It would probably be, Mark, about like the rules, my rules of stop doing nothing, okay? So ever since I came up with this brand a long time ago, came up with the brand, bought the domain, I've came up with certain rules, and I would probably write about how to live something like the DGA off. The title of the book would probably be Stop Doing Nothing, how to just NGAF, what it was, and how to NGAF kind of thing. How to be, Dan, not Dan Blazarian, Dan, oh my goodness gracious. Another Dan, who I'm friends with online, wrote one of my favorite books. Goodness gracious, what's his name? He wrote one of my favorite books, and it's How to Be Effing Awesome. And I think he did something in there in the effing, and I just love that book title. It's straight to the point. It's in your face. Is there a curse word on the title? Yeah, but he got creative with it, so technically there's not a curse word on the title. But that's what I want mine to be. It's going to be Stop Doing Nothing. Probably the same font that you see down here. The same, whatever font I use down here. So that right there, Mark, would probably be the title of my book in big giant letters. Stop in red, doing nothing, and then a subtitle, and then inside the book, the rules of how to live a stop doing nothing lifestyle. So hopefully that answers your question right there. But if anyone doesn't know what these books, let's see over here, these books are, and I apologize for those of you, I'm repurposing the stuff into a podcast, so I apologize for those of you in the future listening on the podcast. You can't see what I'm pointing at. But these books right here, that's the whole Russell Brunson set right there. That is, Expert Secrets, Funnel Secrets, whatever the 4 or 5 he wrote are right there. And then your first 30 days, I think, is that one right there. But these are all a hardcover set given to me by a buddy in Arizona, a buddy named Adam Judish. He somehow got an extra set. I think he got 2 extra sets, and he shipped them to a couple of friends. So those are, normally these are like PDFs you can download, or you can get the free plus shipping. The soft cover versions with the free plus shipping. These are the hardcover versions of all these books. So hardcover version of like Funnel Secrets, Expert Secrets. What else is up there? Unlock your traffic secrets. No, unlock something. Expert secrets.com secrets 30 days. And then I have actually like some of the soft cover books also. And of course, one of my most prized possessions right next to it, you guys would never guess this, is my collection of the 165 or 168 episodes of The West Wing. That is actually a West Wing DVD collection right there. If I ever do a live stream about West Wing, that is going to take multiple hours, okay? I would have to divide that up into probably like 168 shows. But fortunately, somebody has a West Wing podcast. And so if you are a West Wing fan, make sure you drop a comment right there. But Mark, that's to answer your question right there. It's going to be a book. The first book, because I don't want to write just one, is going to be literally titled Stop Doing Nothing. And then maybe I'll title the other books as, part of the Stop Doing Nothing series, are part of the Stop Doing Nothing family. I want them to kind of all have a theme, because I want them to be like a series of books you can buy, like my Nancy Drew, just my own like a little series of Nancy Drew books, if you will. Coffee's cooling off. You know what that means, people. So, what do we got coming up this weekend? Please share what you have coming up in the comments here. And please don't forget the Snapshot Wars is today at 12:30. I'll put that in the comments right there. I have an early day tomorrow. It's bizarre. I've had people point out that, Patrick, you wake up early, 5 o'clock every day, and you're out walking. Tomorrow, I actually have to wake up earlier. If you can believe that, shiz. Can you absolutely believe that, shiz? I actually have to wake up earlier tomorrow. So I'm very happy to say that I am volunteering at the Climb the Stairs September 11th memorial tomorrow in downtown Oklahoma City. And I have to be downtown to help set up for that. I'm not participating in it. To help set up for that at 5:30, which means I have to leave the Patrick house at 5 o'clock, which means I have to be up at what? Probably 4:15, 4:30. So I have to be up even earlier tomorrow. However, it's for a very good reason and a very good cause. What it is in Oklahoma City is a lot of the first responders in Oklahoma City, a few hundred firemen, several policemen, several EMTs, and a bunch of civilians are basically, I believe, doing a fundraiser / reminder walk to remember about obviously what happened September 11th, because it's coming up on that anniversary. And what the first responders do, is they put on their gear and they haul their ass up 100 plus stairs to basically recreate what those brave souls went through on September 11th. So I'm going to be up there at the volunteer table. Might even live stream there from a little bit. If I get their permission, and hopefully you guys will be watching on Facebook if I do, but I'm going to be helping checking people in. And yeah, they're going to be firemen there in their full day-to-day gear, tanks and everything, helmets, multiple layers, boots, hauling their ass up 100 plus stairs. And if you've watched previous streams, you know that usually weekly I am hauling my butt up 100 plus stairs with a buddy of mine who's a retired fireman, and that's one of the reasons he does that. And we do it more for athletical ability and just to stay healthy. But it's going to make sure he's very much in shape to do this. So he has all of his gear. Even though he's retired, he has all of his gear. He's going to be putting that on. I may do it in a future year, but I have I just want to volunteer and I want to participate. And I want to support those guys. So I'll be in downtown Oklahoma City tomorrow at 5:30. It's usually about 30-40 minute drive from here. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow, and that'll be most of my day. I may go out. Who knows? I may go out tonight and play video games, or tomorrow night and play video games. I'm a sucker for a good 80s video game, and a good 80s video game is more fun when you have a drink or two in you, let me tell you. I get much better at track and field and much better at Dig Dug once I've got a couple of drinks in me. Let's see, what is Mark doing here? And by the way, if your name isn't Mark or Patrick and you're still watching, make sure you drop a comment. Mark with his whole basketball team, his own little personal basketball team he made. The weekend is fulfillment. Closing a new client yesterday, plus time with the kids as always. Mark, you are a good man for doing that, and those kids are lucky to have you. So that's really good work. My daughter's in Brooklyn. Hopefully she'll come out, for Christmas, or maybe we'll get out there one of these times. I really want to get her on a cruise though. She's never been on one of the cool cruising things. The rest of my day is after this. I think I'm going to pop over to the school, do a little bit of volunteer time, get out of there in a timely manner, come back and do the live stream with Michael this afternoon, and then do some client work. Have to obviously keep up on emails. I'm sure emails have been coming in while I'm sitting here talking. I don't have an AI to answer my emails yet. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be spending as much of my day as possible volunteering, probably come home for a nap, and then, planning next week's shows. After this show, we will be live 9 a.m. again on Monday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, live 9 a.m. U.S. Central. Please make sure you get this on your calendar. Share it with your family, your friends, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. I usually have an agenda, but here pretty soon I'm going to start having some guests on. I'm going to expand the scope of the show. I think I finally got my tech stack down to where I'm very happy with it. And I've got some consistency going on. So, you guys have put up with 2 months of listening to Patrick talk. I'm really want to chomp at the bit and get some other really smart guests on here with me. So that's going to be coming up in the future. Maybe I'll get Michael on and we'll do like a review of the first Snapshot Wars before we promote the next Snapshot Wars version 2. So, as always, my friends, have a great day. Remember, you're alive. You're above ground. 10 fingers, 10 toes. Even on the worst day, and I have no idea what your circumstances are, but even on the worst day, there is something to be thankful for. And let's go out there and have a great day. If you order coffee, make sure you use someone's name today, because someone's name is the sweetest sound in the world. And until Monday at 9 a.m. Central, thank you for watching. You'll be on my mind, and let's go out there and do great things. Mark, have a great weekend too, sir, and we will see everybody Monday. Take care. Thank you for watching as always. Let's have a great weekend.